Assalamu alaikum. We have a new lesson, Unit 3, Lesson 8, page 32 and page 33. The title of this lesson, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Goldilocks والدببة الثلاث. Listen, look and read. You are going to listen to a story. Listen to the recorder.
Track 43. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Picture 1.
Little girl is picking flowers in the woods. Her name is Goldilocks.
Then picture 1, a little girl is picking flowers from the wood. كانت الفتاة الصغيرة هي تلتقط الأزهار من الغابة. Her name is Goldilocks. اسمها Goldilocks.
Picture 2.
She is lost. Where's my house? She says. She is cold and hungry. She starts to cry.
Then picture 2, she is lost. هي ضاعت. Where's my house? أين بيتي? She says. She's cold and hungry. هي كانت بردانة وجوعانة. She starts to cry. هي قامت تبكي.
Picture 3.
Goldilocks stops crying and looks around. He sees a house. There's a house. He knocks on the door. There is no one in the house. He opens the door.
Then picture 3, Goldilocks stops crying. هي توقفت عن البكاء and looks around. ظلت تباوع داير مدايرها. Looks around. She sees a house. هي شافت بيت. There's a house. هذا بيت. She knocks on the door. هي طرقت الباب. دقت الباب. There is no one in the house. ما كان اكو أحد بالبيت. She opens the door. هي فتحت الباب.
Picture 4.
Goldilocks goes into the living room. He sees 3 chairs. Big chair, middle-sized chair, and a small chair. She sits on the big chair. Ow! She says. It is too hard. He sits on the middle-sized chair. It is too soft. He sits on the small chair. It is just right. He is happy, but then the chair breaks and she falls on the floor. Oh dear!
Now, picture 4, Goldilocks goes into the living room. راحت الغرفة المعيشة. She sees 3 chairs. Big chair and middle-sized chair and a small chair. She sits on the big chair. Oh, she says, it's too hard. هو كان كلش قاسي. She sits on the middle-sized chair. It's too soft. هو كان كلش ناعم. She sits on the small chair. هي قعدت على الكرسي الصغير. It's just right. هذا فقط هو المناسب. She is happy, but then the chair breaks. بعد هي كانت سعيدة ولكن بعد ذلك الكرسي انكسر. And she falls on the floor. ووقعت على الأرض.
Picture 5.
She is hungry. She goes to the dining room. There are 3 bowls on the table. Big bowl, middle-sized bowl, and a small bowl. She eats some soup from the big bowl. It is too hot. He eats some soup from the middle-sized bowl. It is too cold. He eats some soup from the small bowl. It is just right. This soup is just right. She eats all the soup.
إذن picture 5 she is hungry هي كانت جوعانة she goes to the dining room راحت لغرفة الطعام there are 3 bowls on the table كان هناك 3 أطباق على الطاولة a big bowl a middle sized bowl and a small bowl she eats soup some soup from the big bowl أكلت بعض من الطبق الكبير بعض الحساء it's too hot هو كان كلش حار she eats some soup from the middle size bowl أكلت بعض الحساء من الطبق المتوسط it's too cold هو كان كلش بارد she eats some soup from the small bowl أكلت بعض الحساء من الطبق الصغير قالت it's just right هذا فقط هو المناسب this soup is just right this soup is just right she eats all the soup هي أكلت كل الحساء
Picture 6.
Goldilocks is now very tired. He goes to the bedroom. There are 3 beds. Big bed, middle-sized bed, and a small bed. He sits on the big bed. It is too hard. He sits on the middle-sized bed. It is too soft. He sits on the small bed. It is just right. This bed is just right. She goes to sleep.
إذن picture 6 Goldilocks is now very tired هي كانت كلش تعبانة she goes to the bedroom راحت لغرفة النوم there are 3 beds هناك كانت 3 أسرة a big bed السرير الكبير middle size bed والسرير المتوسط and a small bed والسرير الصغير she sits on the big bed هي قعدت على السرير الكبير it's too hard هو كان كلش قاسي she sits on the middle size bed قعدت على السرير المتوسط it's too soft هو كان كلش ناعم she sits on the small bed هي قعدت على السرير الصغير it's just right هذا هو فقط المناسب this bed is just right هذا هو السرير المناسب she goes to sleep هي راحت تنام
Picture 7.
3 bears live in the house. Daddy bear, Mummy bear, and baby bear. They come home.
إذن picture 7 3 bears live in the house أكو كان 3 دببة هم اللي كانوا يعيشون بالبيت Daddy bear الأب Mommy bear الأم and baby bear والدب الصغير They come home هم اجوا للبيت
Picture 8.
Goldilocks is asleep in the small bed.
Picture 8 Goldilocks is asleep in a small bed هي كانت نايمة بالسرير الصغير
Picture 9.
Daddy bear sees his chair.
My chair!
He says,
Who's been sitting in my chair?
Mummy bear sees her chair. My chair, he says. Who's been sitting in my chair? Baby bear says, my chair.
إذن picture 9 Daddy bear sees his chair الأب شاف الكرسي مالته my chair he says who's been sitting in my chair منو كان قاعد على الكرسي مالتي Mommy bear sees her chair الأم همين شافت الكرسي مالتها قالت who's been sitting in my chair منو كان قاعد بالكرسي مالتي أيضا البيبي bear says my chair
Picture 10.
Teddy Bear goes to the dining room.
My soup.
He says,
Who's been eating my soup?
"Who's been eating my soup?" Mummy Bear says. Baby Bear says, "My soup." The bowl is empty.
إذن picture 10 Daddy Bear goes to the dining room. راح لغرفة الطعام. My soup قال حسائي. He says who's been eating my soup؟ منو اللي أكل من الحساء مالتي؟ أيضا Mommy Bear says who's been eating my soup؟ منو أكل من حسائي؟ البيبي بير قال my soup حسائي. The bowl is empty. الطبق مالته كان فارغ.
Picture 11.
The three bears go to the bedroom.
My bed.
Daddy Bear says.
Who's been sleeping in my bed?
Mummy Bear says, "My bed." Who's been sleeping in my bed? Baby Bear says, "My bed. There's somebody in my bed."
إذن picture 11 The three bears go to the bedroom. الدببة الثلاث راحوا لغرفة النوم. الدادي بير قال my bed سريري. Who's been sleeping in my bed؟ منو كان نايم بفراشي؟ أيضا الأم قالت who's been sleeping in my bed؟ منو كان نايم بسريري؟ baby bear says my bed سريري. There is somebody in my bed. هناك شخص ما في سريري.
Picture 12.
Goldilocks wakes up. She runs away. She runs and she runs away from the house of the three bears. She sees her house and she sees her mummy. She is very happy.
إذن picture 12 Goldilocks wakes up. قعدت من النوم. She runs away. هي قعدت وظلت تركض runs and she runs away from the house of the three bears. ظلت تركض من بيت الدببة الثلاث. طلعت برا. She sees her house. هي شافت بيتها and she sees her mommy. وشافت أمها. She is very happy. Lesson 8 page 48. Number 1 Read and circle. اقرأ وحوط. Look at the pictures. We have 5 sentences about these pictures. عندنا 5 جمل حول هاي الصور. Now, number 1. There are some flowers on the table. شوف هل هذا صحيح picture 1? There are some flowers on the table. هناك بعض الأزهار on the table. على المنضدة. Yes or no? Yes. وهو محوط لنا إياهم. Number 2. The boy is on the chair. الولد على الكرسي. شوف picture 2. The boy is on the sofa. إذن هنا chair وهنا sofa. إذن no. نحوط no. Number 3. The apples are between the dates and the grapes. التفاح هو بين التمر والعنب. شوف صحيح picture 3. The apples are between the dates and the grapes. Yes, that's right. Number 4. There is a window next to the door. Yes or no? There is a window next to the door. هناك شباك بجانب الباب. Yes or no? Yes. Number 5. His book is under the desk. His book is on the desk. هنا on وهنا under. إذن yes or no? No. هو مو تحت الرحلة، هو فوق الرحلة. إذن no. Now we have page 49. Number 2, read and circle. اقرأ وحوط. Now we have نفس ذاك التمرين السابق. We have sentences about these pictures. عندنا جمل حول الصور اللي أمامكم. Number 1, the ball is in the dining room or bedroom. البول الكرة هل هي في الدايننج روم لو البيدروم؟ إذن in the bedroom. The ball is in the bedroom. الكرة في غرفة النوم. Number 2, the eggs are in the kitchen or garden. البيض eggs in the kitchen في المطبخ or garden بالحديقة. In the kitchen. إذن حوط الكيتشن. Number 3, كريم is in the sitting room or bathroom. هل كريم في غرفة الجلوس أم في الباثروم الحمام؟ كريم is in the bathroom. كريم هو في الحمام. Number 4, the grapes are in the dining room or kitchen. هل العنب هو في غرفة الطعام أم في المطبخ؟ إذن the grapes are in the dining room. هو في غرفة الطعام. حوط dining room. Now number 3, write a sentence. اكتب الجملة. هنا تطوخوها وتكتبوها جوا. Thank you. Goodbye.